one who was buried comes up from the grave. One once was human, but a full moon makes him a slave. Siblings infernal by blood or by spell. Formaldehyde and Wolf Tummy presents Drag Us to Hell.
Hello and welcome to Drag Us to Hell, the podcast for all the weirdos and queerdos. I am your host, of course, Thermelda Thought. I'm feeling a little frisky tonight. Slut. And I'm, of course, joined with...
Oh, me. Sorry.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, were you looking at me?
Yes, I was looking at
sorry.
you.
Yeah, me. I'm here.
I expect a little bit more energy. Franco's drinking this death energy drink right now.
Popped
it's called Ghost Swedish
Yeah.
Fish. It's actually really good.
Those are really good.
That thing's
0
gonna
calories.
Give you a heart attack.
They're
0
prepared to be
calories.
up for
You
like the
have
next
to have
48
you have to have a
hours.
heart to have a heart attack.
Oh, there you
True.
go. I like it.
And then, of course, we have Jason,
Hello
the engineer.
there. Hello there.
A
Hello.
resident
Hello.
heterosexual.
Yes. I'm the token straight guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that
So-
everybody loves. I always get
good.
compliments.
Do I get compliments?
All
I don't
the time.
know. I don't know if
All the
people
time.
like, get
I
this fucking guy out the show.
No,
or...
all the time. It's really funny. Actually, a lot of like the frequent listeners
Yes.
always like DM me, and they always said they love the straight side of this.
That's
'cause
cool.
It brings a little flavor.
I think it's a
Yeah.
good balance. It's a
Yeah.
good
It
is a
balance.
good balance,
Man.
yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, because like of
And
course
I'm learning, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm learning a lot
yeah,
of shit.
of course, because
Yeah.
it's like
You're
we have the
learn some shit
dynamic
today.
of me and Franco obviously being in the same community, so we see the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
But ours is a little bit different just because of course, age difference. I'm way younger.
Wow.
We're starting
we also,
hard.
Wow.
But then we also have the twist of the
How
straight in the
dare
room.
you? The absolute nerve of you.
What I have learned, once you're 40 and gay, you're dead. It's over, right?
Yes.
So
You just literally drop into dust.
and I did not say Franco was 40. You're not even close to 40, Franco. I think your IMDb says 27. So,
Yeah, it's perpetual 27.
Yes.
I love it.
I pay a lot to get them to say that.
I was going to say, right? Hey, happy to be here, though. Happy to be here.
Yes. And I don't know if anybody's told you recently, but just thank you.
Oh, yeah.
thank
you
you.
for just always
I love it. You
having
kidding?
such a welcoming
Oh, thank you.
not only like family-esque store, it feels like every time I come in here I'm family, and I walk into my little queerdo and creep family. I love it.
That's great.
But not only that, but then just the community in general. I forget.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we forget just because it is a store and we're buying things, but there's a huge community that goes into making this.
It means a lot, by the way. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm dead serious because that's what we want to portray. That's what I want people to feel when they come in here. And sometimes I'm like, am I doing it right? I don't know.
Oh, 100%.
So I'm glad.
100%.
Good,
Yeah.
good to hear that.
Like I
And-
said, yeah. Every time I come in here, I feel like I'm back at home, and I got my little weird family here.
We are fucking
we
weird,
just
man.
shit it around and stuff. It's fun. I love it.
But I think it's cool because like I've never been in any industry or anything where I could be just a fucking weird, be me, right? Be a weirdo, and it does. This is a place I can, whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's how it feels for us too. It feels like it's just so open and everything, and I've never felt like I've had any sort of limitations
That's
or have to shy away from things, which I've never really had that sort of feeling before. And I've been through a bunch of different fucking families and
yeah, right.
so-called friends.
Ooh.
So I'm like, it's
So-called friends.
so-called friends. So, but I guess that kind of like goes into our first announcement. That we
our
wanted
big
to-
announcement.
Our big announcement that we've been working
Get
behind
ready.
the scenes,
Yeah, so
This is cool.
this is amazing.
deep in the dark of shadows.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're super excited to announce this. So, basically, we are doing our Terror Trader takeover.
Yes.
So, it's
Our
going to
Drag Us
basically
to Hell-
Drag Us to Hell Terror Trader
Drags
takeover.
terror
man.
traders to hell.
Yeah. So, for all of the listeners that are local, and if you're not local, we want you to come down. It's going to be on May 16th, which is a Tuesday.
Yep.
Yes.
The store is normally closed, just so
Normally
you guys
closed,
know,
yes.
on Mondays and Tuesdays.
We are opening
So-
the crypt doors.
Yes.
Yes.
So on the 16th, the store will be open from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes.
And it's basically going to be like a fucking amazing time. It's going to be like a celebration of horror, of queer
horror. Yeah, to be specific. Yeah, because
listen up, gays.
Yeah, listen up, the gays.
Listen up, you horror-loving gays, if you're local.
Because I mean, especially with this podcast, we like to highlight how much horror and the queer culture has in common, and kind of how that has been highlighted. I mean, through just in general, all through, and how similar queer history and stuff has very much horror in it and stuff. But this is
our sex lives are definitely horror.
Oh, it's definitely a horror story.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
Ryan Murphy needs to make an American Horror season just of mine. Just
she could never.
But yeah, this is an event where it specifically highlights those moments for us and surrounds us with the people who also love queer horror. It is all ages and
all ages are welcome,
all accepted. Yes. So you don't necessarily, you could just be an ally to the gay community.
Yeah, but we're not. This is not like straight exclusion.
No.
If you're straight, you are more than welcome.
I will be here. I will be here.
Yeah, there'll be some straights here.
But that's a nice thing. Also, going back to the community, there's so much diversity in this community, and I mean there is straight people who have so much love for me, and I have so much love for them. So everybody is welcome, but it is just specifically just to highlight queer culture, the queer horror, and just in general, just being a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be a night of fun. It's completely free to come.
Yes.
We encourage cosplay. We encourage costumes
and
we
drag.
encourage drag.
Yes.
All of those things. We're gonna have refreshments.
Yes.
Jason's gonna be doing live testimonials.
Yeah, that's something I want to jump on here. So I'm gonna position myself here. So Gina Marie will be at the counter up here with
Queen. We love her.
Yeah, just kind of. She's Mama Bear, right? She kind of overseeing all that, helping you guys out because I'm sure you guys are going to be all over the place.
Yes, we'll be all over.
You're the host, right?
Things. Yes.
So, but I'm going to put myself right here, right where we're at right now, and I'm going to invite people who's got like a real paranormal, real ghost story, real anything story that you want to jump on the mic. Give me something that we can have a cool little quick conversation. But I want to turn these testimonials like into or whatever experiences into like another podcast for us.
Yes. It's so fun. So if you guys want a
ghost
chance,
stories, if you have any kind of even if you had experiences in the store, we'll send them into the oddities room. Let them marinate in there for a while in those dark juices. Then come tell us.
And we just recently had some heat coming out of there too. Man. We've had
it's getting spicy.
Pitchfork. I mean, this is after hours, by the way, too. If you guys can go to our YouTube channel, it's that's Terror Trader on YouTube, and actually see some of the security cam footage. We had a pitchfork just jump off the wall.
Yeah,
after hours, no one was
not
here.
even jump. It looks like that bitch was ripped off.
It was something angry.
It was mad.
And so we're getting where we just started the room like a month or two ago, and it was kind of quiet. I'm like, oh shit, maybe we but something's pissed off in there. So
100%.
I want to hear all you guys out there listening. Come in here, go in there, experience it, jump on the mic with me, and let me know what you think.
Yeah, man.
That'd be awesome. And then I want what we're going to do. I'm gonna let everybody fucking know right now. We're going to take your testimonials, and then all three of us here
are going to review that.
We're going to play it and review it. Make an actual episode out of that.
Yeah, which is fun.
You can be on the pod.
There's a chance to be on the pod. It's going to be so much fun.
It is.
There's going to be so many different things you guys are going to be able to do.
Yeah.
We'll also be having, of course, with the cosplay and drag and any kind of outfits included, we have special little prizes for
we're going to have our
participants.
Yeah. Well, we are going to have 50 free gift bags for the first 50 people through the door.
Miscellaneous little items from us.
Mm.
I know I'm hand making some of the items that go in there.
Me too.
We have other vendors that that were saying that they want to give some stuff. So make sure to be here when we open because we will just be giving those away to anybody and anybody. The first 50 that come.
That's actually I didn't know that. That's actually rad. Super rad.
Yeah. So that will be fun. And then at the end of the event, we will be doing, of course, we will be crowning our May Queen.
Hell yeah, our inaugural May Queen.
Wow. Yes, which is going to be so much fun. I mean, I love it. Of course, we know like at the Sales from the Dark Side, we have our cosplay contest. So this is going to be our little version of it.
Yeah.
We might do like a little strut and stuff. You have to be fierce. You got to be queer. Queer doesn't necessarily be gay, but you just got to be queer. So give that queer energy. We love it.
Weird, queer.
Yeah.
Just come and
Yeah, this is gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a fucking blast.
And it's 5 hours. And look, it's not you're running late. So I know it's a Tuesday, right?
It's a Tuesday,
but it's not running late. So
no,
I don't want to hear I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, this is perfect timing. It is right when we all get off work. I know I'll be working the day of, so I'll be here. So there should be no excuse that you shouldn't be here because I will be also in full drag that day for 5 hours.
Yep.
So we'll be doing a little meet and greet.
How about
we'll
that?
do pictures,
plenty of photo ops.
Yeah, there's
chips, dips, chains, and whips.
There we go. Oh, I love that.
Yep.
Fucking hey, man,
that is great.
Amazing. So and we'll be posting up here shortly. I'll be doing some graphics. So if you guys follow us on Instagram, also you follow Wolf Tummy and follow Formelda. They'll have the graphics as well.
We will. Yes.
So you mark it in your calendars and come here and have a bloody good time.
Just have a good time.
And that's not British bloody. Let's get bloody. That's
bloody.
Right? And of course, all the vendors here too, all your favorite vendors, they're going to be fully stocked and ready for this as well.
Cool
so
shit,
if there's anything you need to grab as well, we encourage you to.
Absolutely. So
and I think a lot of the especially like a lot of our community that's in the valley that loves horror,
yes,
this is going to be their night, man.
It
so you guys all come out, support the store. Yeah. Get to know everybody in here, check things out.
Yes, it's just going to be one big. It's going to be like
fun.
a little party, a little halfway till
because
Halloween.
We are halfway
party.
to Halloween.
We are halfway to Halloween.
Officially,
we are officially halfway to Halloween.
Which I cannot wait for this next 6 months or however many months. I forget how many months it is. It's not 6, is it?
Well, halfway we're 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah. I'm running low on today. But anyway, we have 6 months to go, so I need this to hurry up. But
no shit.
That will also go into a segue for our next segment.
Yes.
Which
I
will introduce.
Yeah.
So I, as a little homework, I asked the guys. The little homework. I asked the guys to review the newest Boulet Brothers production of their Halfway Till Halloween special.
Yes.
So for anybody who doesn't really know, this was a Shudder original where it was kind of like just those cheesy, I don't know, what would you call it? Like TV spots, kind of specials that they do, like a Christmas special for
skits.
sitcom.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of skits.
Just a bunch
together.
of skits. Like I said, it was the Boulets, kind of like a little passion project. I heard I guess they've been wanting to get into this for a while, and Shudder was the perfect place, which I also agree. Shudder is a good little thing for this,
for sure.
I have notes.
I did too.
I guess,
so this is what we'll do.
Yeah,
because I wrote literally down just like the kind of thing that they were, and you guys can just say what you think about them. Does that work?
Yeah. So I guess on the top of the show, we'll just kind of real quick,
because I'll shoot these at you, and then you tell me what you think.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally when I watched it, I did this.
Perfect. Yeah, nice. Let's do it.
Okay. The intro. What'd you think? Do you remember the intro?
No,
I don't.
Okay. No.
Wait. Refresh me. What was the intro again?
It was like them sitting and doing
them sitting and doing kind of like a Full House kind of introduction.
Yeah.
I guess was what it was, right? Am I right? Yeah.
What'd you think about to me the intro was okay.
The intro is always fine. I think the Boulets always presenting themselves. I think they know what works for them, and so this just kind of felt like any other Dragula introduction to each episode. So I wasn't necessarily impressed with it.
Is it not memorable to you?
No, I couldn't. Can I just say something before I start?
Oh yeah.
Can I? I hope I got the right people. Can I channel my inner Wayans brother?
Yes.
Hated it.
Yeah.
I fucking look, guys. I want to go down your list.
Yeah.
But I just want to tell you right now. I went in full bore, I'm going to have a great time, and I felt so Rob Zombie monstered after this.
Yeah. Yes,
but I'll get more into that. But I just want to get it off my chest. It was hurting me because I agree. It would have came out eventually.
Yeah.
But I did not like this.
No, I agree,
and I'll explain why. I'll explain on my side. Yeah. But there was aspects I did like, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. But. I said Rob Zombie,
yes,
because Rob Zombie wrote the Monsters.
Yes,
I believe the Boulet brothers wrote this
completely. They did. Yes.
Fucking stop writing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where I go. But let's go. Let's go down your list here.
Well, I wrote for the intro though. So I don't know their names.
It's Drac and Swan.
Yes.
So there's the taller one.
Drac is the tall one. I always think of Dracula. Nice
Drac is tall.
Drac is tall. A swan is small.
Okay. Well, I was saying Kermit.
That's not wrong. They do sound like Kermit.
But like the thing that threw me off in the beginning was that Kermit's eye makeup was so crooked. Go back and look.
I'm not going to go with makeup because I don't have good makeup.
Wait. How would you fuck that up? I mean, this is not. Well, this wasn't
so it
live.
Changes. Obviously, they filmed it multiple days.
I will give them credit though, because they are probably the only hosts in like the TV space that I know that still does their makeup.
Yeah,
their own.
Okay. Well,
so I can't completely fault them because
sure you can.
because. I got my bad makeup days too, so I can't really.
But so like it was very distracting, but they course corrected.
You always
because
seem to have like a thing with their makeup.
The thumbprint.
Because I remember you were saying about like in one of the episodes of Dragula 2 that there was some makeup mayhem.
I could see where they course corrected in the middle of the show where it was different. The makeup was changed, so obviously they filmed over multiple days, and it was symmetrical. But in that first part, it's not symmetrical. The left eye in the crease is so crooked.
Okay,
and I'm like, anyway. I mean,
I have to go back and watch that part now. I gotta see.
I just like look. So I'm like staring like at the left eye.
I see. I think both you have been in this world more, right?
Yeah.
To me, I was like all the makeup from all the queens. I was stunned. I was like, yeah, this is amazing, right?
Yeah.
But once again, I'm not immersed in this world either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I see. I mean, once again, if I was, I would probably pick it.
That's like detail, and I mean, it doesn't shock me when it comes to like makeup details that you would pick up on. Me, I'm just like fascinated with like the way they are. So like, if they do have like a wonky eyebrow, I'm like.
I just think that here's my thing. All right, they do their own makeup. I get that, right? Mm-hmm. But man, having somebody just check my work, right?
Yeah, tell me.
I can imagine you got
one person should.
They have a lot of shit going on. I understand that. We're running the production, blah blah blah. But I just hire one person and be like, make sure I looked correct before I fucking step in front of camera. You think they'd have that? Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
Maybe that person was just off that day.
Maybe that person was sabotaged.
Or I mean, maybe they did well because you did say it fixed itself at one point.
So. Well, because it's the obviously you said they like what's his name again? What's her name?
Drac.
Okay, I can't remember that name.
Yeah.
Drac.
Yeah.
So the makeup later on is fixed.
Oh, really?
So it's clearly not the same day.
Correct.
It's just it's all sewn together to look like it's one thing. But you could see when the makeup is just dead on, perfect and symmetrical. But for a good portion, it's just not.
Right.
And it just takes me all the the way out. And the laugh tracks.
Okay, that was okay. I will. So we're getting into the first segment, which was
the
Seinfeld Spook Diner. Yeah. So this was really bad. This was okay. So my thought is, this is your first segment. This should blow me away because at this point, it was hard for me to keep it on. Like I was watching it with other people, so I had to keep it on. But if I was watching this by myself, I would have completely turned it off.
So I'm glad you said that real quick because. The only reason I kept it on, well, it was two couple of them, because a couple of the stars that were getting ready to be in, I hadn't seen them yet.
We had to.
But two was, because I had to review this, right?
Yes.
But if it was just stumbling across this, that first segment would have turned me right
And I almost didn't even do this episode, like this theme for this episode, because like I said, it was so hard for me to get through it that I almost didn't think I was going to fully make it through. Like I was going to have to walk off at some point. But this is the first skit. This should be the one that is an attention grabber.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like what I said, this is the same way I'm going to do as like Skinamarink.
Right.
I'm giving a film the first 15 minutes. If it doesn't catch my attention, I'm turning it off.
Sure.
Yeah.
This was within the 15 minutes, and I was not in the slightest bit motivated to keep watching it.
It was like I was observing everything. So production value, I was like, fucking great.
Yeah.
Lit well, shot well.
Yes.
It's just like almost like I forgot to write a script until that morning, and I mean, because it was so bad.
It was bad.
The laugh track thing, I think, made it worse.
Oh, 100%. The laugh track was way too loud. Yeah. Like I was like, holy shit, that is a really loud laugh track, and it was happening with every sentence. After every sentence, and I'm like, that's not how a laugh track works.
Right.
I get that they happen occasionally, like it happens pretty frequently, but it doesn't happen when someone's just making a statement and it has no punchline and it's not funny, and for some reason there was a laugh track, and it was so distracting because at that point then I'm like counting how many times the fucking laugh track went on and then not what the people were talking about.
I agree.
I will say with this, I thought the costuming was horrible.
Really?
Absolutely. I'm like, there is a way for it to have that Seinfeld feel and like the 70s diner and stuff and be like, but I guess these were supposed to be real monsters. Like, this is a real monster. I would have got if it was people dressed up as a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Like of course, you got to make it believable. But these were supposed to be real monsters. That was supposed to be a real, like, technically a real universal, like werewolf.
Yeah.
The Bride of Frankenstein had horrible, like, not the makeup was bad. The wig and costuming was great.
Yeah.
But like, it was so disconnected for me. I had so many.
Can I say something? Because I remember I'm the old guy here, right? And I'll forget it. And I had to say, did they fucking? I can't say the word steal, but I swear we used it. We used it first.
No, you can.
Wolf. If you listen to our intro, you listen to this thing. The howling wolf that I threw in here. I personally put that extra sound effect in here.
Was it
is
in there?
all
Sounds
over?
like our wolf.
It was. I went back, rewound it.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
this
God.
is the same fucking sound effect. Now, granted, I didn't make that sound effect, right?
Yeah.
But I purchased it. But I was like, damn it, man! It's like, is that of all the thousands of wolf howls,
Wolves, you had to use that one.
you're using the same one that we use?
Oh,
I don't know. I'm
That's-
just maybe my tinfoil hat's on right now. I'm like, okay, so
yeah.
I might be due for some royalties.
But again, like, I mean, I only remembered it for how bad it was. That's not a good first impression.
No.
Now, what I thought they should have started off with was the next skit, which was the Easy Bake
That's okay.
Oven
Yeah. So
skit, which was like the kill your parents Evil Bake Oven.
Easy. They called it the Easy Cake Cremation Oven.
Yes. Which
I like
that.
I
was
like that
so
with the kids.
fun.
Wait, that wasn't with Barbara Crampton.
No,
it was
this
just
was
like
the one,
two little kids.
Two little kids, and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah,
and they had the
okay.
little like Easy Bake Oven. They're
That
like,
wasn't
kill
bad.
your parents.
That wasn't bad. Yeah.
That was funny, or it wasn't necessarily like funny, like ha ha ha, I'm dying. It was a fun, campy little commercial.
Yeah.
That was something that like grabbed my attention, and this was one that I was like shot very well. Makeup for the devil was impeccable. I loved that makeup for it. It was so cool. The kids were really fun. I loved it. And then like the little ending of like the grandma walking in and being like, "You need a hand," and they're like, "We already got one."
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was fun, cheesy.
It's fun. It was just nice. It was punchy and it was simple.
I can
go to the next.
Remember, that first skit, I just started going to my phone.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But then that one, I put my phone down. I can remember this
Exactly.
now. Okay, this is all coming back, and I was like,
so
okay.
I thought that's kind of how they should have done it, because they had their little intro, have a little mid like commercial-esque, and then go into a skit that maybe wasn't as strong, like the Seinfeld one.
Right.
Because then we go into
Twin Temple performed.
Oh, then Twin Temple, which I love Twin Temple. They're amazing. I love their also kind of like 70s like cult leader. Like
they have like that. They mix rockabilly very well with the kind of like that.
And it was the
that vibe of like old like a.
It was Babylon. Their song Babylon. I loved it. So catchy.
Yeah.
Fun. These are like the highlights that I do like the spotlights of artists and stuff. Like I was like that. I love that. That was great. I thought that was something that was fun. Again, that one was shot really well too, because it's just completely black. Them spotlighted, them singing, doing their thing.
Yeah, it was very like it's like you took like a Patsy Cline and who's the girl that OD'd fucking.
Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse feel with that, but you're right with
a little bit of like a gothic Elvis.
Yeah,
I got like a gothic Elvis.
Yeah. I'm not that their music is not. I'm not a big fan of, but I thought that was fine. I thought that was a good production,
and it was
cool.
it was a catchy song in my opinion. Out of all their songs, that's the song I would probably and it was funny because after the special, that was the only thing that was like I was like like I was like humming their little melody because like that's catchy. I like it. Yeah, that was perfect.
So that was fun. I mean,
that's nothing really to it because that's got no correlation with the Boulets.
Yeah.
That's them doing their thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's the only thing they did
now,
right.
The three monsters that were doing like the segues.
Yes.
Do you know that
the Nightmare Girls?
Yeah,
so that was the I would say probably the three of the best monsters that were on Titans. So that was
really?
Kendra.
Okay.
They're my favorite personally.
Really?
So it was
Who
Kendra.
was the Kim? That's all I want to know. Who was the Kim? Say it now. Who was the Kim?
What do you mean by that? Like
who looked the best? Who was the Kim?
Melissa easily.
Are you serious?
Who did you think?
Oh, fucking Coco.
You thought Coco and those little boy shorts?
I thought
No.
I thought Coco looked the best. The face with the beat was the best. To me.
Thought Melissa was. I loved her little mini skirt. In general, they all looked good. Shut up, Franco. I'm not even gonna say what just happened, but no, I thought Melissa and they were all good. The Nightmare Girls, I liked them. I was disappointed that they didn't have more of a
they were
part
just
they were just segueing.
Yeah.
Bad. Like, okay, so they're probably all three of them are very sweet.
Amazing. All three of them.
But the choreography was not lined up.
And you know what?
I agree with that.
I blame that on production. I blame that because I know damn well they got them all in there, and the day of they were choreographing it. So and it was probably on the spot.
It didn't seem like a lot of choreography. I mean, it didn't seem like I've never done something like that, but it didn't seem like it'd be too hard to. Hey, let's get together and
It seemed rushed. If that was what went to,
I only say that because those are three queens who are in three different parts of the world. I mean, we've got. Obviously, like Coco and Melissa. Coco's here. Melissa's in LA, and then Kendra, I believe, is in. I don't remember, but I know they're
back
like
east. I believe.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
They're far out, so it's like I know that like they had to get them specifically here for this project, and I know it was probably them for their segments was probably only a day of shooting, so there was no practicing beforehand. I could probably bet, and it was probably just on the spot. They had someone doing like. Who can do
but also, I mean, okay, I get that. But then you could just watch a fucking Ronettes video for 5 minutes and mimic that. Like, as a queen, you have to know that.
I don't know, because I have 2 left feet, so I know personally I could not do that.
But these are titans, right? This is not
true.
Jason who just starts doing drag
Jason,
today,
we could do it.
And next thing you know, I'm trying to
true.
I mean, this is something I want to throw out too. Maybe people are listening like, wow, you guys are really haters. Look, I'm holding. This would be different. If this is a local show, I would never be pissed. I would never. We're holding them. This is top of the line.
Shudder's production and a Boulet Brothers production. This is 2 of the biggest, like in my opinion, the 2 titans, like of production. We got the Boulets who started on a business who went from the ground up, and we also have Shudder who went from the ground up, and they both have an empire.
Right.
So them coming together. I needed this to be like spectacular.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm holding them to a higher standard.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys, this is the NFL. You guys are the pros.
Yeah, this is. So this is also us with a passion of horror.
Yes,
this is. If you guys are going to do a halfway till Halloween show. I mean,
that
targeted
to get me through.
Not just targeted, and this was just like not targeted just to the gay community, but this was targeted to everybody who goes on Shudder.
Yeah,
this needed to be on their top A game because for some people, like I know Jay, we know all Jay from the store as well.
Yes,
this was his first exposure. He texted me and said this was one of the first things he watched.
Oh, really?
Of the Boulets. And he was saying that it was great, and I'm like, honey, don't
lie to me,
because I was like, this is not great. It's a great start for him, I guess.
Yeah.
But personally, I would have rather him watch the show first because that's something I think they're good at.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we'll just spoil it now. I think they should stick to reality TV after this. Just saying.
I kind of agree with you on that one too.
But we'll go into the. Or no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Well, they're like halfway to Halloween, but go all the way to a writing class.
Ah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I agree on that, man.
Yeah.
This is what this thing lacked.
Halfway to Halloween was like...
It's like if you think you're like, oh man, I tell great jokes, right? But everybody else is like we just like you.
They just say that because you're paying all the bills.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't need yes men or yes girls.
Last time I checked,
they needed me on set. That's what I'm going to say. They needed me on set.
Last time I checked, there's starving writers out there protesting, right? Yeah. So can we grab a few of them?
Literally,
pay them. I'll pay. I'll chip in, right?
Yeah,
I really want a really good show.
And like, I wish like people like Peaches and Michael Verratti had. I don't know if they were. I don't know if Michael Verratti had anything a part of this. I don't think he did. But like, I wish like they would have had like a chance to write something. I wish like somebody like Darren Stein could have had a chance to write something a part of this.
They could have done a fucking Jawbreaker.
Oh, like a mini episode that would have been fun. It would have been so good.
With the girls throwing the 4th girl in the fucking trunk.
Yeah.
Like it would have been.
Yeah.
But then she comes out and she's a zombie and kills the other 3 girls.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that?
There's so many things.
Hire a fucking wolf zombie.
Yeah. But we'll go to the next segment.
Well, the next thing was the Camp Happy Trail with Felissa.
Felissa Rose.
Which I actually loved her energy.
I loved her energy. I didn't love anything else about it.
Yeah. She was really, I mean...
Because we've had her here recently,
I love her.
right?
Amazing.
She was at the store, and she is 100% just fucking. Well, granted, she was full about like 5 Bud Lights at the same time too.
But I love
which
that
is like fucking hell.
Which
yeah.
I loved it, right? I mean, that was the coolest fucking part, man. And but you're right. She had that same energy in the store she had on that show.
Exactly, and that's why I was like, I love Felissa. Period. That's it. I didn't love anything about this.
The writing
was horrible. The acting, not Felissa's acting, but everybody else's acting was really bad.
Yeah.
It was cringy at points, like so cringy that like I was trying to like
you felt bad
do
for
like
her.
The Homer Simpson into the bushes, but it just into a brick wall. That's how bad it was. The CG blood at one point when Felissa is just hammering this guy with a machete.
Okay, and here's my thing: is like timing. All right, I don't know why. I thought, if anything, I thought the Boulets would have the best timing ever. But like there were scenes going on, you're like, cut. Someone fucking cut this thing because this is going on way too long.
Yeah. Just like this scene when, excuse me, when we like see Felissa run to this guy who's alive in the background and keep stabbing him. We get it's one take where we see her run back into front of the camera. I'm like, don't do that. Just do like a hard cut and then have her in the camera. Because again, this is like an infomercial kind of thing, and have her just fully covered in blood. That would have been way funnier. But no, we had to watch Felissa go all the way, which I love her energy, and she did her A game. She brought it. But like, having to see her go all the way, run out of frame, and then back into frame covered in blood, it was so cringy.
This is a very selfish goal of mine in my life. I've told my wife this. I need to see her boobs. I'm sorry. I know. Look, man. I know she's has some kids and whatever, but I just can't help it, man. She flaunts those in front of me all the time, and I'm like, damn you, woman. All right. Anyway, sorry, I had to throw that in there.
No. We need a dose of heterosexuality.
There you go. Right?
Any thoughts on your part, Franco?
Yeah. What do you think?
I just think that there's so many more things they could have done besides being like Felissa camping, which I'm down for.
Yeah.
But like maybe make it a little more of a reference to her what she's obviously. Yeah. And I don't mean showing like the dick.
No,
like that would be like low hanging fruit.
No, I thought I thought there was a missed opportunity to have her do her smile, like her like unhinged smile, like right there at the end.
I would have welcomed that.
Yeah,
man.
like when because it was so weird because then after Felissa like says like you could call this number, it cuts to just the logo of the campsite and then the phone number and then just like scenery, and I'm like, no, have Felissa do like that unhinged jaw and have like the logo and the phone number with her just covered in blood and just have it like really long and like uncomfortable, kind of like what they did in Pearl at the end of Pearl where she's just smiling and just super maniac looking, like, you know, that would have been way better. Again, there's just these little details that just were not there that would have made it for me,
and it was just once again, I don't know who to blame, the editor or just I don't know who, but even if they, I mean,
in general, I praise the editor team for this because I just, you know, they had to work with what they had.
Maybe you're right.
They just didn't have a lot.
But it wasn't even fun. That's the problem. Like none of the lines were hilarious. But then I think was that back with the laugh track too? I can't even remember.
No, that one didn't have anything. Okay. No, that had the really bad scene where Felissa's on the bridge and all you hear is the waterfall.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was on purpose, like her like having the waterfall like take over what she was saying. I don't know if that was them trying to be funny, being like,
I don't know,
or like she's cutting out like I don't know. It was really strange. Think so. No, I don't think so either. That's why I'm like I'm glad in my head I'm trying to say that was on purpose to give them the benefit of the doubt, but at this point, no.
I think though, hats off to Felissa because I think she really tried, man.
Energy.
She gave everything. She gave me energy. What I saw here in the store. Every time I've met her, she has that same energy, right?
And she looked amazing.
She did.
She looked amazing.
I'm telling you, right? And,
always
for her age,
great.
I don't know what it is.
Amazing.
Maybe it's that New Jersey Italian women I like.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just thought the writing, they did her a disservice on that
big
one,
time.
Man.
Big time.
Yeah, that one was. Whew, boy, that was tough.
Yeah, it was rough. But I did like her energy. Then it goes into Kevin Smith, who I was like, oh god, this guy's driving me fucking crazy.
This was just a weird. This was a weird thing because this was like two skits in one, which was so disconnected. We have Kevin Smith who's reading a comic book,
right?
That then goes into,
but it's like it was like a Clerks thing, because he's in the store, which is like store. Okay, we get it. I did actually like David and Sigourney with the puppets, the wooden string.
Yeah,
I did dig that.
Yeah,
I thought they could have really, but then once again, that production was down because Sigourney should have been like all fucking.
Oh yeah,
like all kind. I mean, you can just run all those lines on her.
Yeah, that I love that because that skit felt more of the creep show vibe I thought the Boulets, when they were talking about this project, I thought this is what this whole thing was going to be, was more of like a creep show kind of vibe, and this was the only thing that really gave me like that.
Yeah, and like the dude that was macabre on the thing, he was on SNL.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name.
And again with the thing with the track. It's kind of like what irritates me. Like sometimes, like when I see like people who pretend like in music videos when they pretend to do like a guitar, but the guitar like track is completely off. So you just see like a guy constantly playing, even though like the music stopped. The guy on the piano was really bad because he's just putting his arms up and down like if he's doing, but there's like no music playing during that. Yeah. I'm like, that is so bad. You guys couldn't have.
I forgot his name.
I don't know.
So
Sigourney looked great though.
Sigourney looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked good. I didn't say she looked great.
Right.
But but, you know, that was fun.
It was I think Kevin Smith was weird to me.
I didn't like that. I didn't like then the Boulet's puppets. Just none of that made any sense.
I liked that. I was just wondering why those puppets were in the store with Kevin Smith and not in the skit with Sigourney, because that would have been funnier to have the puppet, because the weird puppets were like, I would have rather them be the ones to kill Sigourney in the scene, because at that point it's just a bunch of random puppets, and I would have loved to have, or at least seen like all the puppets when it shows them coming towards Sigourney. I would have loved to seen the two puppets like sitting in the chairs, like
controlling the other puppets.
Yeah, like looking like they're like spectating the murder. I thought that would have been cool, but it was weird just having them in the store with Kevin Smith.
Yeah. Well, the puppet community is up in arms. They think that was problematic. So
yeah, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's maybe we're getting older, but I just don't think Kevin Smith's funny anymore, man.
No, he's not.
Dude,
it seems like he's run the same Clerks type of jokes forever, right?
Yeah.
And it worked for Mallrats, and it works for this and that. But like, I don't know if you guys have even tried to see Clerks 3 yet.
I've only seen Clerks and Chasing Amy.
Okay. Which are both great movies, by the
both
way.
Really good, yeah.
Clerks 2, don't bother. Clerks 3, I tried, and it was... I was so embarrassed, right? And because it was the same jokes, and it was just the old two guys. They're just everybody. Fast forward 30 years, and everybody looks old, and like you just feel bad. And but it's the same fucking jokes, and it's like, Kevin, man, write something new, man. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. It was just weird for me, but and I've always been a Kevin Smith fan, but I'm seeing like the demise, and it hurts me.
A literal fall,
so
a hard fall,
right?
Yeah. I mean, but at least his health is better, so good for him.
Good. Yeah,
he did. I mean, he's lost that weight. He had like a heart attack.
Yeah,
right?
and he was smoking weed for a long time, and he stopped. He cleaned up. So
he's done. I guess
technically, he's
so
sober,
good for him.
Good.
I mean, now it's self-preservation. I guess but it's like I said, I don't feel like, once again, maybe it's my age or something, but I just don't feel things are funny like it used to be, man. I don't know, So
no, 100%.
I don't know. So, I'm being critical, but you know what? I'm a fan. I can do this, right? I'm being a troll right now.
Listen, I welcome people to criticize us.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't care. Yeah.
Because nothing hurts my feelings. I don't care about anything.
I didn't
in
know
life.
you had feelings.
Well, I mean, they're somewhere in a box.
I was the season's first loser. At this point, you can't hurt me.
There you go.
You can't hurt me. So I've heard the worst at this point. Reddit absolutely destroyed my ass, so you can't hurt me anymore.
I love it.
You can't hurt me anymore. So then we go into Barbara Crampton doing horror recipes.
Yes, this was A+ for me. I was like, this was so good.
So she said something that I was repeating for the rest of the day, which is all that delicious juice in there.
Yeah.
And I just kept saying it, and then Dan was like, will you quit fucking saying that? He doesn't say fuck you, so he was like, will you quit saying that? Yeah. But I was just like, all that delicious juice in there.
Was great. I love Barbara Crampton. I love her campiness.
God, she looked great.
She looked amazing.
And it's not like everything's based on looks, but I'm just pointing out that she looked great, dude.
She looked amazing.
She looks so young.
I don't know.
She's a fucking Highlander.
Her and Felissa
mid-60s, I believe, right?
Yeah,
how the fuck do you do that?
And she looks impeccable.
Oh yeah, she's. I mean, get out of it.
Goodness.
I loved her in it. I loved the gooey brains. I love all this. It was cool.
Yeah. I love the fingers, the little finger nuggets.
Yeah,
I thought that was so fun.
They actually look tasty too.
They did.
I still, me personally, I fell victim to the pacing of it. This is me, as I think it could have been, a little. I don't know what, because I can't answer that question, but I feel like, man, you could have tightened this thing up.
I
a little
agree.
Bit better.
No, I agree, because there at one point she starts blending something, or she's blending the brains and stuff in a thing, and then puts like weird, like she said, like a chicken.
That was tri-tips though. You could see that it was just tri-tips.
Yeah. But like I was like, I don't think we need to see this. And also right there at the end, there was like a mini segment where I forget what she was doing. And I was like, no, we should have just cut.
Yeah.
Like at the first cut, I don't think we needed it. It just surprised me because I was like, I was like, oh, this is good. It's going good. It's going good. And I think it's going to end. And I'm like, perfect. And then it jumps to another thing. I'm like, no, it was going so good.
And I get what they're doing. I'm trying to do the food show. And I watch a lot of food shows. I don't know why. They come on, I watch them. And, I just think, once again, it was shot beautifully. She's amazing. She did a great job. I just think they could have tightened this thing up. They could have paced it better where it would have been a little bit more entertaining for me. But it was one of the better ones.
This was probably the best thing to come out of this. Yeah. In my opinion.
So I'm going to go right back into this, but you just said you watch a lot of cooking shows. Do you ever watch Kids Baking Championship?
Oh my God, I know about that.
Fuck! Yeah. Okay, if nobody's watching this shit is gold because you see kids get their dreams crushed.
It's fully.
I love that shit.
That's that one where that girl has that spasm.
Oh, with her little thing. Yeah, I watched that episode.
Yeah. That's what got me into it. I saw it on TikTok.
They are okay. So I you know what? I will say this, man. The Boulets and RuPaul and everybody, when they send somebody home, they are very, very nice.
Yeah.
These judges, they are so fake nice.
Yeah.
They could give a fuck. Like Valerie Bertinelli, she's a sweetheart and she seems like a genuinely nice person. But when they're like, okay, see ya, like the kids are crushed.
Yeah, they're
But you know what, kids, they need to be crushed. It's because you got to set them up for the real world, right?
That's true.
But
I mean, I don't know how nice the Boulet brothers are about eliminating people because they put me in a coffin and sent me out that way. Well, I don't know how nice we were.
But like, you know, when they just, I've seen them, I guess, because I'm used to the eliminations on Titans. And, but like they say nice shit to you.
They do.
But it comes across as authentic to me.
Yeah. Right.
But like seeing Valerie and seeing Duff just say to these kids, like, wow, yeah, they seem like they were really hurt. Like, it's just so fucking good.
No, I will agree. I think that's why, like, if out of all the TV shows I could have went on, I think Dragula was the best for me because it was
that's like say Kids Baking Championship.
Oh no, because you are right when like because obviously like my look wasn't the best that night and stuff like that, but they were so nice about it, even though they had to be like harsh and stuff, and like even after the fact, just a little like I don't want to go too into it, but like they do care. I will say like in the moment they do care a lot, and like their intention isn't to destroy us. Like it isn't to like absolutely destroy us because they want us to come out of this the best that we can.
Yeah.
So it's like they don't. I don't know how I would have taken it if like I absolutely just got absolutely wrecked.
I do love watching eliminations on the kids baking though. I'm not gonna lie.
It's really good.
It's like this kid needs
that.
He needs
like,
a reality
I fucking
check.
love that shit. And every little boy on there is gay.
Yeah.
Which is I mean, it's just you just know
it's a whole show. Yeah.
But you gotta think these parents are probably just pumping them up. Everything these kids do. Oh, it's the best. It's the best. And then here's a dose of reality,
dude. Like this last season of it that I watched, the parents are there, but they're like in another room, and they film the parent watching the kid, and it's total stage mom vibes.
Like that's like America's Got Talent too. They are so brutal when it comes to kids, and like they try to be like maybe next year, but like that kid is just like sobbing.
Oh yeah,
it like their dignity, the little bit of it that they have, is just completely on the floor when they leave.
I'm all for it.
They're literally like filling their water glasses with the kids' tears at that point. It is so sad.
That makes you younger.
Yeah.
You shoot that shit. You drink it.
No wonder how he looks so good.
Barbara Crampton. She crushes kids constantly. She looks great.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. So then, anyways, I just had to go into that. But so then after that, we get. Oh, by the way, the thing about the cooking thing, that was kind of like also a riff on Christine McConnell. You ever seen her do it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's fucking amazing.
She's amazing.
You know her, right?
Yep. I loved her Netflix TV show. I still watch her.
You know, they fucking
YouTube
what do you
channel.
call it? Did that? Henson. They did the puppets.
Oh yeah, Jim Henson did that. Yeah. He did the puppets. Yeah. She
didn't get renewed, but still,
it was so sad. But you know, I love her YouTube channel. I don't know.
She has one. Yeah.
Oh, and it's so good.
Really?
The project she does. I'm like, I could watch for hours. She did one episode where she literally was just setting up her dinner table, and it was the most elegant shit I've ever seen. Like little tiny like pink porcelain elephants that went on every plate.
Dude.
Every to the point
did you watch
of like.
her show?
No, I haven't
dude,
seen
she had Dita Von Teese.
Dita Von
was a
Teese.
ghost in her house.
Yeah.
There was like a murdered. Dude, that show was legit.
Okay.
She was giving me like the what's it, the bride from Haunted Mansion.
Oh yeah.
The hatch Shit.
Fuck.
I can't remember anyways.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's like, she's got these puppets and there's like monsters and shit. And then there's like one of the best
There's a
lines.
werewolf. There's an Egyptian hairless cat.
Oh, that cat is amazing.
It's literally a corpse cat that's like wrapped in mummies.
This is fucking great.
Dude, it's funny as fuck. Netflix. She has like a little raccoon that's got like a fork arm and shit.
Oh yeah, it's a Frankenstein.
Dude, but then there's this funny part because they like the creatures kidnap the neighbor and tie him up and they have him on, the pendulum with the thing.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what are you guys doing down here? And then they're like, we're going to whatever. And then she's like, oh no. And she's like gonna let him up and she goes, oh, don't get me wrong, we are gonna kill him. And they all go, yay. And she goes, with kindness. And they go, boo. And the cat goes, oh, that takes so long.
Yeah, it's so great.
That's good. That's good writing.
That's good writing, and that's something that like she physically teaches you. So it's like she has the skits, and then she teaches you how to make some sick ass fucking spider cookies. Like, oh god,
dude.
Wow. Who was I can't remember her name. Damn it, the Italian girl that she does the cooking shows. Super hot. Look.
Giada.
Oh. Forget it.
You say, game over.
I'll tell you.
She's from the Dino De Laurentiis family, so she's a cooker, a bake. Well, she's a home cook. She's actually not a chef, but she comes from that family that all makes film and shit. So she's, she doesn't eat that food. Have you ever seen her put food in her mouth? You never see her swallow it. So she puts it in her mouth and she's like, tastes good, but she spits it out.
She got that spit bucket.
And look at her fucking body, dude. She's like, no, I'm not eating this shit.
I wouldn't be rude.
I know. It was I'll watch that all day, by the way. Reruns, you name it.
Right? Okay, sorry. I totally segued into Food Network. So the next thing is Rachel True, when she was doing the hotline.
I thought this was funny. I like Rachel True.
I do like Rachel True. I thought that the line when the guy's like, "My mom doesn't know I'm gay," and she's like, "Oh yeah, she does."
Oh yeah, she does. That was
that was funny.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was a cool joke.
Yeah. There's
this one wasn't like anything special in my opinion. Again, like Rachel True, I absolutely love her to death, and like her being like this fortune teller, I'm like, and like she is like that.
She really does it. She does.
Yeah, the tarot readings.
Does she?
And stuff. Yeah. So this was perfect, and like this wasn't anything that like strayed too far off. Like and like this to me kind of looked the same thing with like Barbara, where it seemed more like they gave them the liberty of making their own script in a way.
So that's what I was wondering about that one.
Yeah,
because it seemed like, not to say ad lib, but it seemed like I don't know who wrote that one. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't bad.
This seemed very much like improvise, like
improv.
Yeah, it really it didn't seem like she was reading from a script and stuff. And she was just being funny. Now, do I think like it was the best thing in the world? No, but it wasn't anything terrible,
right?
And I mean, I love Rachel True, so she really
that one gets a pass for me.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Then after that, we went into Katya with the
ravioli
remix of Ravioli. So I actually have that record.
Yes.
And that's just a remix they did for this skit with the two little people.
Right.
Doing the thing. So it was funny when she was like strangling one of them.
With her intestines and stuff.
But the lyrics to that are mixed. The Italian is all just like random. It's like eat the rat, eat the cat.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's just a bunch of random.
That's Katya, though. I mean, for you who doesn't know this is a famous RuPaul girl. So they were on actual Drag Race, but they are such a kooky character where they just do that. They have this fake Russian impersonation where they have this whole thing where they're a Russian spy and stuff like that.
From Boston.
Yeah, but it's funny. I like this. This was just
I do like Katya.
Yeah, I liked Katya. Now, do I think this should have been special? I don't think so, because I think this would have just confused viewers maybe who don't know of her.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I just thought this was really weird. But as someone who's a fan of her, I'm like, this was fine. But this again didn't seem like it had anything to tie with the Boulets. Yeah. So it was fine to me because this just seemed like a music video that Katya would do. So it was like, I wasn't mad at this.
Look up the video that Katya actually does. If you look up the Teeth song.
Yeah, it was funny.
Have you seen the video with the 3D?
It was funny because I actually had to, when I was watching this with my brother and his girlfriend, and they didn't know of her. So I actually, after the special, had to go and show them like all of Katya's music videos because they were so confused, like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, this makes total sense if you know it as a viewer. So I'm like, I wish it wasn't so like off center. Like I don't know. It just felt weird because it was like not many people are gonna know of Katya. Like I know in this community and people who know drag queens, are gonna know. But I remember specifically the Boulet saying that they didn't just want this for drag viewers. Yeah. So this just kind of seemed weird to me.
Yeah.
For as long as it was. I get if it was like a fast little
breaking
bit.
news: the Boulets hate drag. Is that
but it was fine to me.
Yeah, it was fun. So then we get into the thing that I didn't like. The one I disliked the most, which was the Matthew Lillard 3-way skit.
Man,
that shit. When you said cringe, I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Bad, which
I was a little disappointed.
Was so sad because with Matthew Lillard, I'm like, oh shit, you got a big ass name with her. And then who's the guy who played the lumberjack?
Oh, that's what's his name?
He's fucking Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. Okay,
I forgot which one he played, but he's a Jason.
Yeah,
2009.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus, I'm a horrible fucking store owner.
I forget his name.
I'll find it in 2 seconds.
I was like, really?
Someone's right there screaming at their.
I know.
Probably him.
It's been a long day. I'll have his name in a second. Sorry.
This was so sad,
dude. So you know what was like? So I know that Matthew Lillard didn't mean this, but when you do a thing where you're implying that there's going to be a 3-way,
right?
And this is just a minor gripe. I'm not like all wokey about it, but when he's like feigning to be uncomfortable with the fact that it's going to be guy.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just lean into that. Be like, oh, well, now I'm going to get mine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then have her be like, wait a minute, what? Like that would be kind of better.
But it was so weird with
Derek
him
Mears, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
It was so weird having him be nervous, knowing that, obviously they're nervous because they're going to murder the guy.
Yeah.
But it was so weird because I thought the same thing. If they're murderers, they should have been creepy about it. Yeah. Or like going into it and been like, oh, I'm so excited. Like I can hardly keep myself and just kind of going like with the innuendos of like sex and stuff and like.
Or spin it like, so have you guys ever seen that movie Go?
No.
With, who was her name? She was married to Tom Cruise. She had that little Katie Holmes. So it's like an ensemble cast. Well, there's this one part that's throughout the movie where there's these two gay guys who are a couple, and then they go over, and I can't remember what they're trying to do, but there's like a straight couple,
right?
And then like the straight couple seems to really be coming onto them and separating them. Yeah. But then the twist is that when one of the gay guys goes into the bedroom with the husband, and he's just like, and then he's like. No, he's just trying to sell him timeshares. So then it's just like a whole like.
That's funny.
Yeah, right. Because he's like,
great.
"Oh, wait, what? Why'd you take your shirt off?" And he's like, "Oh, I thought you wanted." And he's like, "No, I'm." Then you realize all the hints were there that they were trying to sell them timeshares.
Yeah.
So it's just like
I think they missed a huge opportunity.
Yeah.
Man. I think you got. I mean, you got some stars there, right? Who was the girl, by the way?
I couldn't tell you.
No clue. Okay.
Which is like I feel bad because I didn't know who she was either.
But it's like you could have when she thought those two were getting it on, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was actually kind of funny. I did like
but
that.
you could have definitely played that up more. I think it could have been. I mean, you could even cut to. I think it'd be funny, him like trying to choke him up from behind. Like, we're going this way, or you get caught in the act, like when she walks back in, like, oh shit, but he's actually murdering. I don't know. There's 100 things going in my head. I'm like, this could have been way funnier.
And then holding like a plastic chainsaw with no movement, just that shit was rough.
That was really bad. I was like,
swing it around so we can't just see that it's just like a what's that? A spirit store chainsaw, like.
But I know like the Boulets have props that are like real somewhat chainsaw. I mean, they really get like the Makita grinders and stuff when they go on stage and like really like saw like a metal pipe so that like stuff
Sparks
goes all over, sparks. I don't know why they didn't do something like that. It was so strange to me because I'm like, I know the Boulets have the potential. Like this just felt so cheap to me.
Right.
So cheap.
Or it would have been cool if this would never happen, but if she walked in and they actually were just fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that would have been
funny. I would have laughed, though, right?
Yeah, at least like.
I did have a problem with it. She was like in there. She bothered me for some reason.
She's like, I'm coming. And I was like,
and then,
what?
And, she's getting ready.
Yeah.
Why would you? I'm sorry about this. I don't know this. I don't know why this bothered me. But she's starting to have like some perfume on.
Yeah.
She puts on her shoe. You see that?
Oh,
okay,
no,
I don't know.
I didn't.
I'll have to watch for that.
That's really funny.
She's like, she does it on her neck, and then she grabs it, like, she lifts up her shoe and does one like underneath her shoe. I'm like, what does that mean? It bothered the shit out of me so bad. And
that's so
I'm probably
funny.
the only person who ever watched this actually caught that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that was the dumbest fucking thing ever. I was
that's
like,
really funny.
Or maybe it means something. But I thought, you have Matthew Lillard, okay, and Derek Mears. You got some horror royalty there, really. Utilize them, man. Fucking whatever, man. I would have. I don't know. Maybe there were some limitations. I don't know, but I would have exploited the shit out of that way more.
It was really weird. I I didn't understand anything about it. I liked the twist that they were the ones that were going to murder him. Like I did like that, and I thought that was actually kind of interesting. But that was it. Yeah. But that was just the concept part. I didn't like anything about it. I didn't like how they went about it. I hated the acting.
Yeah,
it was hard. It was rough.
It was rough.
It was bad,
especially for this is the last skit, right?
Yeah. Well, then we go into
Well, because we go into the
this is the thing that fucking I hated the most.
Was it the Boulet's performance?
Yes. So they did.
Wait, you hated that?
I fucking hated that.
So they did the Transylvanian concubine.
Yeah. So it was like Bram Stoker meets like Lady Gaga 2008.
Yeah,
dude, that shit was so fucking.
This gave me like.
Did you like it? I respect. If you did.
I
I'm not trying to like
I did because this gave me major like the video part at least, not the song, but like the video part gave me very much like Blade Runner, Carpenter Brute kind of like feeling with them being in like a really nice like sports car with like the bat faces and stuff. It really gave me like a Carpenter Brute music video, which I know they're like really much into that kind of style.
Well, then I'm not going to listen to Carpenter Brute anymore.
Oh, geez.
So I'm so fucking sick of that bat face makeup.
Okay, I will give that because that is so that I do agree because it's like that is like
that shit was hot in like Bram Stoker's like 1990.
But that's also goes with like my gripe about like that weird like Joker prosthetic that everybody uses that like people use for like leprechauns, they use for the Joker, and it's just like a folded mouth. It's like, you guys are in Hollywood. You guys are in Los Angeles, the heart of Los Angeles. And you're telling me you guys can't go to some... And I know you guys have... I mean, you guys know Gage.
Yeah.
Like, you guys can't tell me you guys can't get a professionally sculpted, specifically customized face prosthetic of a bat for you guys.
I agree.
I don't understand that. I didn't understand using this stock prosthetic that I can get anywhere online right now.
Well, I feel like I'm really going into like dragging this shit, but the fucking like the busted Lady Gaga wigs.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal.
That was rough. I don't think anybody looks good in bobs.
But then also
a straight bob at that too.
I mean, I'm assuming they didn't want to glue the wigs down because there was no wind. So you're sitting in a car and you're going like this, and there's no wind.
There's no
wind. Get it? Yeah. You can't put a fucking Walgreens fan.
A fan,
right?
Like I can go get you one. Yeah. Like we need some wind. Like you're supposed to be driving,
right?
So I thought that was. I just thought that was a no. That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I tuned out a little bit myself, man. At that point, I think when they really missed the point, or the skit prior, right? And that was like, okay,
with the Matthew.
Oh well, that's like I'm checking out
until
nothing else at this point seemed interesting.
And I knew I kind of see the runtime. I'm like, well, this thing's about over. And so I kind of during that thing, I was just like, all right, whatever. I already made up my mind about this entire production, and which was disappointing to me. Actually, I was expecting more.
I was disappointed.
What was disappointing about this was that they decided, because of course and I don't blame the Boulets, but them, they love a good promotion.
Right.
So they got to have something. It was just disappointing because they're the host. I don't think necessarily the host needed a performance too, because this took away from what I thought they should have done with the Nightmare Girls. The Nightmare, that's what they're called, right?
Yeah, the Nightmare Girls.
Yeah, the Nightmare Girls. Mm-hmm. So because it was like they did their skit, and then real quick they're like, oh, we got to include the Nightmare Girls real quick in this very fast skit that or like performance, and I was like, no, what you guys should have done was completely take out that Transylvanian concubine performance. We don't need it. You guys are the hosts. We get it. Like you guys are so into your guys' selves. And highlight more with the Nightmare Girls, because I would have rather seen them longer than see the host do a performance that is just the host.
Yeah.
So it just seemed like a little bit disingenuous of like adding like a spotlight.
Yeah.
To 3 of your competitors who were there.
Yeah, and you could have had them do like they could have each had like a soundbite or a little bit of dialogue in between.
Sure.
And had the other two like kind of.
I didn't know the importance of the Nightmare Girl. I didn't know. I really once again I could.
Well, there was no importance. They gave them no importance to them. Like at that point, like you're saying, like you didn't have any idea that they were anybody special because their roles weren't special.
They were just very like here, real quick. Let's just do a dolly track, fucking right.
Yeah.
Have a low angle, have them kind of just popping them hips out and cut to the next skit. You know what I'm saying? And they would say like they would sing something really fast, and I just thought they were like hired guns real quick.
It was sad because in the preview for this and seeing them, I got so excited because I'm like, oh, like I want to see kind of like a like a stripper kind of skit where like these girls are like like performing, and maybe like they all like transform into some like weird cannibal strippers or something.
I think sorry. I just think I would. This is where once again I almost feel bad because I'm a critique. I've never done anything remotely production value like this before, so I'm like, but whatever. I'm a fan. I can fucking do this, right?
We can. Yeah.
It's just like Boulet's. When it comes to drag horror, you're the queens.
You are.
Yeah.
Okay, and then when you though. As me, who's such a diehard horror fan and Halloween fan, and you say halfway Halloween, I get perked up. My ears perk up. I get super excited. So I went in with a lot of expectations, and I got kind of I wanted more horror, man.
I wanted more horror, and it was funny because it's like I know the Boulets like horror, and I know that they want horror,
right?
And it was kind of funny because I remember a remark that Drax specifically made about our Exorcister skit in Dragula on season 4 that they wanted it to be darker. And it just surprised me how campy this was because I know Drac likes dark skits and didn't want camp. Like they wanted camp, but they wanted it to be dark camp. So it was just shocking on how just campy this was. Or I quote that campy because
did they like Rob Zombie's Monsters?
They did.
That's okay. That's
I see it. I see it now.
Drac liked it
because it's
which was funny. If I remember correctly, I believe that they did like it.
Yeah,
I feel like the writing was on the same par with that, right?
I agree 100%. Which was sad because I'll give it to Rob Zombie. If he's trying to do camp and he does that, I'm like, that makes sense that it's not the best. But somebody who's the Boulets and they love camp, drag, horror,
right?
This was really bad.
I just think though, with the combination, once again, I love stupid camp stuff too, right? But I just think the pacing the recipe was not working, right? Something was fucking off on this.
All of it was off,
and it was to the point where like if you were to put good writing in there, right? Like get a real professional comedy writer because that's what you wanted. You wanted comedy, right? Not really horror, which is fine, I mean, but if you put a legit professional writer, this could have been a fucking home run.
Yeah,
this would have been amazing.
Because I mean, everybody looked good, right? I mean, the production value was good.
Everything was good. Sets were amazing.
Yeah, right.
I think that one of the things that they seem to be targeting was just a broader audience with the comedy shit. But I'm like, dude, this is Shudder.
It's Shudder. It's
target
horror.
The horror
Thank
community.
Thank you.
Like go deep. Go full horror.
Specifically, too, if you think about it, the horror icons they had. They have Barbara. They have Felissa. They have Matthew. All these people have serious horror movies.
Yeah.
Have very like they're campy. Yes, like camp or Sleepaway Camp. Yes, campy.
Right.
Reanimator. Campy.
Yeah.
Scream. Campy. There's ways to do campy, but also have that horror element and do
this
it well.
needed a little bit more of an edge.
Yeah,
I think you're right because I have no problem seeing, especially Felissa. Right, of course she's going to do something kind of funny and that. But man, I would just you could. It had zero edge. It's a dull knife for me, right? Yeah. And when it comes to horror, I want something a little bit sharper.
Yeah,
and
a lot sharper.
This was like
this was a butter knife compared to what I needed a butcher knife.
A Walgreens plastic butter knife.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
But what was if you have to pick one part, what was your favorite part?
Barbara's.
Yeah.
Barbara?
Yeah, Barbara.
I probably have to say Barbara as well, just because I'm in love with her, and it's just that I was going to hopefully say the Derek Mears, Matthew Lillard one, but boy, that was like the biggest flop, if you ask me. They really missed, and maybe they spent their entire budget on Matthew. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And they forgot.
Yeah. Well, my favorite part of
supposedly, what the Boulets were saying was that most, if not all, these stars asked to be on
volunteer.
This.
Yeah, wow.
So I don't know how logistic that is. That's me just going off of what the Boulet said. Yeah. But
I can see. Okay, I can see Felissa. Yeah, sure.
I can see Felissa. I can see Barbara.
But I don't see Matthew.
I don't see Matthew in there.
I know what it costs for an
Kevin,
appearance from that guy.
I don't see Kevin doing this.
And not like he needs this for his career. His career's set.
Oh,
yeah. So I have a feeling he got a paycheck. Whatever, I mean, now for Barbara and Felissa, it's good for their careers, right?
Amazing.
Because their careers now are pretty much bad B movies and cons, right? So if they have another piece they can sign at a con, fucking hey, let's do this, right? So I mean that's just the business side of it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's what was your worst part?
Well, my worst or the thing I liked,
or your favorite? Yeah, what was your favorite?
In honesty, my favorite thing about the whole thing was Coco's face.
That's it.
That's my favorite thing.
All right.
Coco's beat was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, because I looked and I was like, that's my favorite thing out of this. Like Coco's makeup to me, I really, really liked it.
Yeah,
I will say the Nightmare
Coco
Girls
looks great.
I like the Nightmare Girls. I just wish they were used better.
Yeah,
I really do. And that's just me. I mean, that's me. One being like, those are all my sisters, and I'm like, I wish if I was there, I would have wanted a bigger role. The potential of the Boulets knowing who they are, it just seemed kind of like a slap in the face, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you could have had them like disposing of bodies and stuff. Like there's just so much shit that would have been funny because it could have been still funny.
Literally,
and scary.
Coco is what she calls herself. She calls herself like the zombie hooker, and so it's like I wish they weren't so pretty. I wish they would have been like some like because I mean if you think about it in the lore of Dracula, they're dead. We're dead. Like I would have loved them to all come back as zombie hookers. Like that would have been so fun. Yeah. But opportunity missed.
No, well, if you guys, and if you're listening and you loved it, and we respect that, and
I mean,
we are glad that you did.
My brother and his girlfriend, they liked it. Yeah. So, but like again, it just wasn't my cup of tea as a horror fan. Yeah. Like this is me being a horror diehard fan. Like that, and I have an expectation when it comes to content.
Yeah.
And also being a content creator myself. Right. If this was something I wanted, this is how I would want it to go. And this is coming out of like where I would have went about it. So
the formula
mine would have been like fucking my words.
They could crush this next year, right?
Yeah.
It's simple. Just
like they're not gonna get
honestly, I don't know how that's gonna work.
I hope they do because I do know that the Boulets do go very much into fan and kind of critiques.
Yeah,
I do know that they're
open to it
very much. So
really?
Hopefully we do get to see maybe an evolution of this at some point.
Yeah, bring in pro writers, man. You'll have a slam dunk. You'll have
you got a whole team at Shudder.
Yeah,
there's probably amazing writers. Not probably. There are. We've seen amazing things come from Shudder.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's it. That's because like everything else I was fine with. It was just that portion of. It
was the writing.
It was dumb.
It was the writing.
And the thing the thing I didn't like that was if I have to pick one thing was that the one her eye. For the first half of the show.
I had to go back and watch it now.
I know.
I got to pinpoint.
You'll catch it when it's fixed.
Yeah,
also because you'll be like, oh, now that was another day.
It's so funny. It's like that. The eye and me and that girl who did the perfume on her shoe, which made no fucking sense.
I know. Now I'm gonna have to look at that. I will say for anybody, there are some behind the scenes that they've been posting.
Oh, really?
Those actually are pretty funny. I do like that, and I kind of wish that was actually in the special.
Really?
But there are some really funny. Behind the scenes stuff. So
I missed all that.
Yeah.
Did you have to follow them on social media to see that shit?
Huh?
Do you have to like be followers of theirs on social media to see
No, it's
that?
just like on their Instagram.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, well, yeah.
We're blocked.
I'm sure. I probably am.
After this, I have no career.
But like, it's whatever.
But, kind of just real quick, because I know we're kind of going long, but we have like a few more minutes I guess we could talk about. I guess just our picks on what we like to do.
Yeah, because we
halfway. Because we are halfway to Halloween.
Yeah.
And we did just kind of shit all over this project. So maybe let's talk about things that we actually enjoy to view or to participate in for halfway to Halloween.
Well, first off, I'm going to say, well, I ain't shit. So, like, I'm not saying that I'm up here by any stretch. Those are just my opinions. And
these are our opinions
about, honest opinions about this show.
Yes.
And there's plenty of other times where the Boulet brothers have knocked it out of the fucking park.
And hey, they took an hour, or they took 48 minutes. I can never get back. I have a damn right to say how I felt about it. So.
And I've actually given a lot of my time this year, right? Watching the show and all this stuff. So, I rate.
We're qualified. We're more than qualified.
I rate to talk some shit right now. So,
so what do you guys have for like things that you like to do as you're halfway to Halloween? What starts to get you there?
I dive right back into my slashers, man. I'm an 80s slashers guy, and I go with the cheesiest splatter universities. I go with the pieces. Yep. I go with that just the mindless. I love splatter or slasher movies from the 80s that you can literally walk away for 5 minutes, come back. You didn't miss anything.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that plot, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna get boobs, blood, and bad acting, right? That's my thing, and I've been doing that this week because we're halfway to Halloween, and we actually for our crypt cuts as well. Stand Up Creepcast, we talk about stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
So I practice what I preach, and I sat around today waiting for a box. It's actually really rad. Creep show ticket booths come in.
Yay.
But I waited for 7 hours, and boy, I just went down the rabbit hole of just shitty 80s movies.
Yep.
And I had such a good time, man.
Yeah.
It got me back in the mood, man. It got me because it's tough, especially in Arizona, because there's no seasons. It's hot and cold, or hot and mild.
Right. Hot and mild.
Oh, hot and mild.
That's kind of it sounds like a Taco Bell
Yeah.
menu or something. But and so it's sometimes it's tough when you're in April or May and to get into
you
it.
need the spooky fills.
Yeah. So I do that, man. That's when I go, and what I actually love, the type of art style I love is Beastal. I don't know if you guys know Beastal stuff.
Yeah, Beastal, yeah.
So I break out some Beastal cat stuff and some witch stuff. Oh, by the way, speaking of witches, I went down and I saw this. It was on the shit. It wasn't Netflix. God damn it! I'm trying. Oh, Peacock. There we go. They have a really kick-ass 1 hour witch episode. Basically, it's a documentary. So if you got Peacock out
about
there,
what witches?
It's called Hollywood Witches, and it breaks the witches down.
Oh, I saw this. I haven't watched it yet, but it's definitely on my watch list.
It's really good. I mean, it's a serious femme take on this, right? And which is fine, which is awesome, right? So it gets you get a lot of messages in this, but whatever. Yeah. But they break down every type of witch. I mean, from day one to yesterday. I
love it.
Really fucking good. So watch that, especially we all love witches here.
Yes,
and,
we do.
But they down the Disney witch stuff. I mean, it's really cool. So go watch that, man. That got me really in the mood.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, yeah, and that kind of goes to what I do. My go-to halfway to Halloween is the 3 films I always do. I start off the season with is Hocus Pocus.
Because we just talk witches.
Yeah, great witches. Yep. Halloween time, it gets me in that feel like the autumn season. I love it. Another, I won't say witches movie, but I watch Halloween Season of the Witch.
Nice.
Again, that's great because I love the just the in general trick-or-treating. I love masks. I love a haunted mask if I could get it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's very Halloween oriented because it is.
Yeah.
It's all about
masks
that kill you.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
and
great.
actually, you want the opening credit sequence, there was the silhouettes. It is Phoenix, Arizona. It says, it feels kind of good to see that.
And then this is a go-to. I always start watching this movie once it gets to like the halfway to Halloween. I mean, I watch this movie year round, but like really I start going heavy into it with my childhood of Halloween Town.
Oh,
I love Disney's Halloween Town. It is just the perfect it's
Rest in peace, Debbie Reynolds.
Literally, it's so sad. It's a good feel good movie, but it's got really great animatronics in it. It's got great makeups in it. The town is amazing. It just gives me like a feel good and like a good way to start off the countdown to Halloween.
Which is true because we are now on the downward, I guess evolution of this.
Next thing you know, we will be here. Like Halloween will be here, and we'll be ready for it.
Right.
And then I always have to get out. I start getting out my autumn candles. So I start getting out like the autumn leaves candles or like the.
No, wait, are you a pumpkin spice person?
No. Actually, I hate that. No,
I'm more draw a line somewhere.
No, I'm more of like the woodsy. So like I like the smoke.
Okay,
or
I like that. Yeah,
yeah, like a lot of like campfire.
Yeah,
I love it. I have a really cool like campfire candle. It's amazing. It smells just like a really nice like cherry wood burning.
Yeah.
It's so good. It gets me right into the mood. Yeah, and then I start trying to get out the candy that I should not probably be eating at this point. But I gotta get all into it.
Man.
I got to.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, tell me, what about you?
Oh God. So I don't like pumpkin spice, but there is like this little tub of pumpkin ice cream.
I was waiting to call somebody a basic bitch. So
no,
bad.
Basic
it's like a pumpkin ice cream, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it's like a little pint they have. And it tastes really good. I like to get that, and especially because it's hot here,
right?
Yeah.
And then I like to watch. You have to watch it on YouTube now, but it's Bravo's 100 Scariest Movie Moments.
Oh yeah, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, and also because it's like 6 hours or something, because it was all episodes, and watch that. That's pretty much my jam.
That works.
I love that.
Yeah, I mean, like there's like halfway to swallowing, which is like a whole other thing. I don't know if you guys want to know what that is. Do you know what halfway to swallowing is?
I don't. But,
it's about to get 18 and up right now. Do you want to know?
It definitely sounds like something I watched last night.
It's like when you paint your face like a pumpkin, and then you go to you go to a park and you go cruise, and you get a whole bunch of give like head to a whole bunch of people.
Oh God!
And you stay there until the sun comes up, and when you leave, your face looks like your mouth is full of melted jack-o'-lantern wax.
Oh God, that's horrible.
Did not think I'd hear that today. All right.
Oh Jesus!
Halfway to swallowing.
Halfway to swallowing.
But you have to make sure you paint your face like a jack-o'-lantern.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! That's horrible.
I always love those memes. I always see where a guy's like he cuts a hole.
The hole in the pumpkin.
He goes, I'm done carving.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
All right.
That's our halfway.
That's
to
what
Halloween.
I'm.
Yeah, but So that's what I do. I like to get that ice cream and like to watch like Bravo's Scariest Movie.
How's the hot girl summer thing going though? You're talking about ice cream. Are you fucking okay with this?
No, like I'm not gonna digest it. But I like the
taste good. Talk about the spit bucket earlier. He just puts it in his mouth, swishes it around, and spits it out.
But that's
gives it to Pablo. He's like, here,
Paolo. Yeah,
or Paolo. Sorry,
Pablo.
Was it Pablo? Sorry,
Pablo. Like
Pablo.
Meat for Pavlov's dogs. No, but it's hard, like you said here, because we don't have any visual seasons.
Yeah,
but yeah.
It's fact, it's just fucking hot now.
Oh, I know. It's horrible.
We're already in the hundreds.
We just literally started our 6 months of death. So which is all right. We keep it cool here at Terror Trader.
Yeah,
that was a good plug.
By the way, one other thing I do like to do also is to go back and watch episodes of Face Off season 1 and 2.
Great. That's a great one.
Yeah.
So I've been revisiting that as well. I've Well, I don't know what season I'm on, but I just go any season. It's like a shitload of seasons.
There is a
it's
lot.
like 12 seasons.
Yeah.
I think 2
fucking
all-star seasons.
In love with that show.
And then there's Game Face also.
Yes, Game Face. That's right. I think I just I'm not a special effects artist, but I appreciate that art so much. I fucking love watching. I love watching them under the gun. Now, granted, there's a lot of stuff I don't know behind the scenes that is just, they come in the morning and their molds are cleaned, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, but they did that after season 1 and 2. They didn't do that.
Really?
You had to do it all yourself. You had to run your shit.
Oh wow.
And then afterwards they had people that were, but then also was like a double-edged sword because they would fuck up your prosthetics. And you're like, I guess I got to work with this shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I think the only thing I did, I mean, I love everything about that show except one thing is how nice everybody is. They said, "Oh, could you help me pull my mold?" Fuck you.
Fuck your mold.
I'm like,
I'm trying to get this money.
That's right. Watch you just sit there. I'd just be eating ice cream, pumpkin ice cream, laughing at you.
Did you ever see? So like this shit is fucking wild. So Tate, I don't know if you guys know Tate, but his mold fell and it smashed his finger.
No.
And they had to take him to the hospital.
Oh, I remember this.
He came back and he worked.
Yes.
Look up the damage. If you see this shit, this is a horror movie. That mold was like hundreds of pounds. Fell right on his finger and busted it open. You see the bones and the tendons in his finger.
Damn.
Completely exploded his finger. Ooh. And this dude came back and worked. But I've seen the damage that happened. It looked like they were going to just chop it off, dude.
Really?
It's fucking mind-blowing what happened to him. And they downplayed it on the show like, oh, looks like he like hurt his finger. He's like,
he's like, motherfuckers, his finger exploded.
It literally
That's probably
did.
permanent damage too, I imagine. Maybe.
Well, it has to be nerve damage for sure. But they downplayed that fucking injury, man.
Did he win?
Oh no.
I was about to say, he didn't even win.
Yeah.
No.
He came in runner-up. He was he was like third place. Sam was, I believe, fourth.
That was all for nothing, loser.
Yeah, right. Well, that was when he came back for All-Star. Still didn't win that either. But then Gage was second, and then fucking what's his name that was fucking that girl he won it season 1. Everybody knows they were fucking.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I could say that because I am a loser. So a reality TV show loser. So I could say that.
That's the way to go home, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It is. You always remember the first one. You always remember the first person who goes home, and you always remember the person who won. That's all I care about.
That is true. You don't remember the middle.
You don't remember the middle people ever.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah. So
I'm like, I did one of the things that was memorable for something.
You should have threw a fit. That would have been amazing. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I should have.
That would be great.
Man. That'd be fucking fun as hell.
Next time, Titans. Here I come.
Time, right? Here we go.
So, anyways, that's it.
I guess. I mean, look, I guess I literally look forward to this time of year because you're right. There is an end in sight, right? And of course, we love the spooky season is always fun, and so
And this is great because it's like Halloween to us is year round. Right. This is a lifestyle. It's not a holiday. Yeah. But this is really where we start getting excited because it's like that countdown to New Year's. Yeah. The last 10 seconds of New Year's. Mm-hmm. It's just us like balls to the wall celebrating Halloween like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So
movies coming out. Yeah, all this stuff.
Yeah, this is a great time that movies are going to start coming out.
Sure.
New products specifically from like a very cool, I'm not going to say names, but like I'm very excited for some of these new items to come out. Yeah. You know, just in general, this is a perfect time to just start celebrating.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
So before we close it down, let's talk about the event. Because tickets are now available.
That is true. So, Gathering the Ghouls, right? And then actually this really kicks off spooky season because this is the last weekend of August, okay? And I say that because, you know, what comes out in, you know, September, you always see the spirit stores. The fucking Michaels has already got, well, they probably have pumpkins and shit out right now.
Oh, yeah. They have pumpkins out July.
Right, yeah.
No, they're for real, July.
That's literally it.
It's so crazy.
I remember
their schedule is nuts, man.
You know? You can't, I mean, they've already got Christmas shit out at this point.
Right, yeah.
And also, what's that fucking place that sells everything in bulk? Costco.
Yes.
Yeah, they start putting their Halloween shit out.
Oh yeah, it's nuts. It's so funny. You know, Halloween is last time I checked, it was like I think a $9 billion a year industry, right? Mm-hmm. And it's so funny. You know, it's good when like Lowe's and Home Depot. Around Halloween time, they put like a lot of square footage to sell giant fucking, you know, animatronics and all that stuff. So you know that's profitable, right? These are big box companies that they're not going to fuck around, you know. So yeah, it's fun, it's exciting, and so we plan Gathering the Ghouls around. We were thinking like October, but man, everything's built in October. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and to us, we like to do more. I don't know, micro, and just kind of your trunk or treats and stuff around that, you know, that stuff. So we're like, let's kick off this season. So August 26th and 27th, we're throwing a fucking party. That's what it is, guys.
It is a big old party.
It is not it's no offense to I always say the celeb cons, but it's not a celeb con. We do have some amazing celebs coming, but just be ready to have a good time. You're going to get there. You're going to be sweaty. You're going to have a fun time. People are just going to get loose and enjoy.
Hell yeah.
Great after parties we're having, built in haunted houses. Once again, come watch Toxic Avenger with Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma, or you know Charlie Bands would be there, and you can watch Puppet Master with him. The guys that created these things, man, and these guys are getting older. They're in their 70s, man. They're not going to be doing cons very much longer. So I tell people, come down and meet them, man, and shake their hands.
Yeah,
especially if this stuff's ever influenced you one way or another. These movies, which they have, man, you know, and all that stuff. So Caroline Williams from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is going to be there. Yeah, I know. So we got a lot of cool guests coming, and it's going to be an event that you haven't experienced, especially here in Arizona.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes. Tickets on sale. Tickets on sale now. Just go to terrortrader.com. Yeah, you'll see it there. You'll follow the links from there, and very affordable, by the way.
Crazy affordable. If I do say so myself, like I've never seen anything like that. Again, I always go back to talking about these are things I wish I had as a kid.
Sure.
You better. I mean.
Yeah,
do it.
Absolutely,
this is a dream. This is a horror lover's dream.
Yeah, and I promise you're going to have a fun time. You're going to leave there with like tons of shit. You're going to, you know, I think we have like almost 100 vendors, right? And they're all rad vendors. You know, we're really. I guess we're tough on our vendors. Like, it's horror or nothing, or get the fuck out, right? You know, I mean, I know that sounds rough on us, but I don't want us to turn into a Comic-Con or nothing like that. And I don't want to see Disney characters there unless they're beheaded or something crazy, you know? And these vendors are so rad, they're like, got it. Say no more. So you're gonna if you really want to kick off the spooky season and really get into it. Yeah, this is the one. So Gathering of the Ghouls.
Gathering of the Ghouls.
And I can't wait to see you guys there. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
Blast. And we're gonna have some. And we got some special guests. I can't announce yet, but we'll definitely announce it on here. But or maybe we'll announce the next one. May 16th when we do the Drag Us to Hell takeover.
That would be great.
The Terror Trader Drag Us to Hell takeover.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking blast.
It is.
Yeah. So if you guys are in the area, come down, enjoy 5 hours with us, and you will not regret it.
And what other excuse you got?
Jump on the bike with
us. If you're not here, you're not doing anything. So.
Thank you.
Right? Nothing important in my book, at least. So.
Hell yeah.
So cool.
All right. Well, that's about it. I guess we're gonna wrap it up.
Make sure to, of course, follow us on all the social media.
By the way, we're on YouTube now.
Yes, I was just about to say, we are on YouTube now. So anybody who complains that they don't want to pay for Spotify because of the ads and shit like that, now you got YouTube.
Now it's just audio, obviously.
It's audio
for now.
But
we
question mark.
We're working on some multicam stuff.
So
there we go.
It's all exciting, but as long as you guys join the journey, you guys are going to be here for a long ride. So,
look at that.
So, so just make sure to follow us on all the social medias and all that.
Yeah, follow Terror Trader on all the social medias. Follow Melda at formaldehyde.
Yeah.
You have TikTok, you have
everything.
The Gram.
Yeah, the Gram.
Sometimes
Twitter.
I'm afraid to hit your stories, though.
I know. It's funny because I was just telling everybody this, that
list, like
every time I can't do just a close friends list. I got to show everybody. But it's so funny now because anytime I post a little thoughty photo in the very corner, it just says, "Sorry, Jason."
Yeah.
And all of them, it says in very small letters in the very corner in white, it just says, "Sorry, Jason."
Well, it's funny because I want to support all of us, right? And so I'm like, I see where your story comes up or your story. I'm like, I want to click on it because I know that feeds the algorithm. And there's Melda in a thong.
Yeah.
All right. So that's
overdressed.
I'm way overdressed. But
but from a straight guy, you look great.
Thank you.
How about that?
Thank you.
I'm telling you.
All righty.
All right. Well, thank you guys for sticking with us. We will see you on the 16th in person.
That's right.
Yes.
Come down here for that, and then other than that,
be here and be queer.
Be here, be queer.
That's right.
And then I don't know anything.
I
don't know. I'm talking like my. Don't I sound like FM radio?
This is where we end up with this.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Goodbye.